The AI tier list. Which AI is actually good and which one is literally garbage dookie dukes, which is pointless, wasting the bottles of water every day. All right, we're getting right into it. We're getting right into it. First up, and I haven't gone through these in order or nothing, so these are just first time, like, going off of straight opinions. And no, I'm not like some super like I'm technical, but I'm not like don't take my opinions to heart. All right, they're just personal opinions. So Chat GPT is up first, and I got to be honest with you. I do like Chat GPT. I think I think it's good for, I guess, reasoning through things, talking things out, I guess coming to conclusions. Not the conclusions it makes, but like conclusions you make with yourself, obviously. You can just bounce ideas, of course. Um I do think that for one of the LLMs that has been around so long, and I don't know, has had so much data to train off of, it's not that great, honestly. It makes some very silly mistakes so often. So often. Like it can make a son, like you can tell it's something straight up on how to, like, maybe how to implement something, maybe how to build something. You can give it the verbatim instructions. You could give it a list of those instructions. It could be a short list, maybe 10 things long, and it will inherently mess up. And then when you correct it on messing up, everybody knows ChatGPT's famous lines. You're right. I messed that up, and that's on me. And that's on me. Yes, it's on you. The subscription I pay for is fucking up. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it has a lot of cool features. I do like that has all the connectors. Of course, you can connect it straight to other apps and whatnot, and have it build through it to those apps. It can connect to your, Gmail and whatnot if you are into connecting all that kind of information into stuff. It can build code. It can. It's average, very average code. Nothing special, nothing premier in my opinion. Even with Codex, like, because I use Codex too, because I do have a Mac as well, which I'm on right now. But I'll get into Claude Code later. But Codex is it is good for what it's meant to do, but it's not anything new or flagship in my opinion. There are plenty of even browser-based coding agents that can do what Codex can do, if not better. And we'll get into those later. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping and go ahead and give a rating to ChatGPT. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you might not like to hear this, but it, since it starts with a C, might as well go ahead and give it what it deserves. All right, it's a C tier. I feel like it's very smart, it's very capable, but I feel like it's not being utilized in a way that is important for society or for people to change their lives or anything. And I mean, with like the talk of ads coming to it soon, it's going to be hell on earth trying to escape what companies know about you if the more you use it. So let's get into Claude. Let's get into Claude. I love Claude. All right, I'm gonna say it off the bat. I honestly, I use Claude every day. I use all these every day, but I use Claude every day. When my usage is up, you best believe I'm right back on it when it resets. So yes, I do use Claude Code as well. Claude. My opinions on Claude. I think Claude is a very well established AI. I think it's extremely smart, and it does exactly what it would, like what you are asking it to do most of the time. I think that the updates that they have been releasing with their models have actually shown improvements. But my biggest issue with Claude, or concern or whatever, is pricing. When you compare it to any other AI, most of the time, it is far above the price in which you would have to like pay for other things. It's expensive. Even with Fable coming out recently, used it a couple times and whatnot. And I do have a max plan, but like even still, like you can send in a prompt or a message or anything, and if you aren't aware of, like, compact management and whatnot, and you maybe made a mistake and sent it into the wrong session, anything, you can use 20% of your session in one go and like literally 30 seconds with Fable right now. And I understand that it's a very powerful model, but that's not sustainable. But they're going to change it to extra usage after June 22nd, I believe. But it's still insane. Opus 4.8 still uses a crap ton of usage, and their usage plans have gone up. I first got my first 20x max plan, I believe, in like January, and even right now, I think the max plan is what, 225, 250 now a month, when it was only 200 a month. So it's gone up 25 to $50 in a couple months, and I don't think it's going to stop because usage is usage, and people are continuously using it. Um, I've seen people use Fable for really dumb stuff, but that's still usage using it, and that's going to still cause it to rise. So, as amazing as Claude is, as amazing as I love it, I gotta admit, the pricing part is what keeps it from being so amazing. Um, it definitely deserves S tier for its capabilities. And I've launched products with Claude. I've made money from the products I've launched with Claude, but the pricing is fucking brutal. It is brutal. All right, up next, we got Gemini. Gemini. I have some beef with Gemini. Nowhere near the beef I'm going to have with something else later in this. You'll see. But I have some beef with Gemini. I think Gemini is fun, creatively. Like, you can, like, I like making pictures with it, I guess. In terms of like coding, building products, actual research, it does a decent job on searching the web. I would expect it to. An AI made by Google, the the world's search engine, I would expect it to be the smartest thing ever. But that's not what we get. It does, use its resources, and it does have like supreme connections and everything that is Google and Gmail and whatnot. But it's not the smartest. It's not even close. Like it's not. The way that it researches, I feel like, is very biased. It's very like, I don't even want to like use certain words to like offend anybody, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. But I feel like it's biased. I feel like it doesn't search for things in a way like how Claude would search for it, basing off my past interactions of how I'm acting, and it'll search for things in a way that I might search for it. But Gemini does not do that, which is fine. It's just trying to find the base information. Um, but I don't think it finds the best information. And if Gemini is what they're using, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm not like a big tech person. Like, I know tech, but I'm not like, I don't know every single thing. But if it's what they're using for like this Google AI search crap, I hate it. I honestly do. Like, it can pull resources from a website that I literally don't give a fuck about at all. Like, I don't care. Like, I do not care. It'll be old information. It'll be irrelevant information. It'll be a website I wasn't even trying to look for. It'll just think that it's like similar in the keywords, so it'll just pull that up, and it'll be this giant freaking like scroll thing I have to get past to get to the real search results. That is annoying. That is annoying. Nothing was broken. Nobody complained about how to search for things on Google, but they said, let's fix it anyways. And that's annoying. Um, but beyond that, I mean, like the video generation stuff is cool. The picture generation stuff is cool. The music generation stuff is cool. But those things, I feel like, in my opinion, no matter how cool they are, nobody asked for them. Nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. Like, we're already aware that like AI is going to take a lot of human jobs and a lot of like human like need or human like desires to like whatever we can do in the world. But music and art, filmmaking, like the things that are actual creative essences and human culture, why are we throwing that away? Why are we giving that away? Like, that pisses me off so bad. I make music myself, and it's like, yeah, it's fun to make, like, to like try to type in a prompt and get the AI to make a little song or whatever. But like when it starts getting uploaded on Spotify, and like you can go on Spotify and type in prompts to get your own songs, dude, it's like you're heading in the wrong direction. I don't care what your bot is building. You're a D tier. You're smart, but you're not building in the right direction. You're honestly just wasting compute. So there you see it. Gemini's down there in the D tier. Fuck them. Like literally, they need to. I don't know, build towards a better tomorrow, not just some dopamine rushes or whatever. All right, you guys are gonna like this one because you thought I had beef with Gemini. I fucking hate Grok. I hate Grok. Like I do. Like the coolest, funniest thing about Grok is maybe like the inappropriateness of the 18 plus features. That's it. That's it. That is one of the most useless chatbots to me that has ever existed. Like, sure, it's cool that it can scan X so well. Oh my God, that is not the only source in the world. And it doesn't even, it does an average job at all the other sources, the same job as the other ones do. So there's nothing special about it. The code it produces is ass. It's ass. It actually is. The video generation, it's worse than Gemini does, so it's not headlining there either. Like it has nothing going for it except for maybe free speech, whatever the fuck it's going for. It's nothing. In my opinion, I've always had this strong opinion about Grok. It is a waste of energy. I don't know why X even needs an AI bot. I don't. It's already a social media with people. If anything, just use it. Just use it for summaries on threads or something. Like seriously. We love wasting energy, don't we? I'm not even going to talk about Grok that long. It's an F tier. I hate it. It can go somewhere else. I'm sorry, Elon. I'm sorry. God. And you what? You want me to you want to see it in the F tier? There it is. All right. I thought I didn't even need to show. I don't care. I don't care about Grok. All right. Let's get on Microsoft Copilot. Me personally, Microsoft Copilot is like, okay, if Claude is like the Android of AIs, Microsoft Copilot is like the Apple of AIs. It's like, who am I going to offend right now? Maybe somebody. It's like AI for simple people. And I think that's why corporations love to use it. I mean, obviously, Microsoft is Microsoft. They are big dogs. But I think it's a very simple AI, a very simple tool for like bookkeeping, accounting, uh, just that kind of stuff. Excel, spreadsheets, the boring corporate jargon. Like, it's not a bad AI, but it's not like advanced. It's not cool. Um, I don't have much to say about Copilot. I barely use it. I only use it when I'm forced to use it. And I don't complain when I have to use it, but I don't choose and go out of my way to use it, which doesn't make it a bad AI, but it doesn't make it like if I'm not going out of my way to use it for any headlining feature and I only have to use it when like a corporation is instilling me to use it because it's what they have ingrained into their systems and there's nothing special about it. It's just a safe AI, I guess, or it's just what Microsoft made the deal. So like it's very mid. I'll give it a D tier. No, I don't think I'll give it a D tier. I mean, it's not like it's doing it's I'll give it a C tier, all right, because I mean it still helps. It's a lot of corporations a lot of corporations use it, so there's no reason not to give it a better score. I mean, it's not like it's a Gemini or a Grok. All right, Replit. I'm not going to talk about Replit that much. I don't know why I would. Replit is cool. It's really basic. Like, I don't know. It's obviously like base 44. I think it has a little bit different, like a little bit of differences than base 44. Like I could connect my GitHub uh with the free account without having to like get a subscription or anything. So that was really nice with Replit and whatnot compared to base 44. But when I tried to build a really advanced app, I don't want to say like it had to do with encryption and how prompts can be encrypted after like being outputted and stuff like that. And I had my own npm packages that I was trying to import into it and whatnot. I gave it all the information you could possibly want to give something, and I gave it to it multiple times, and I even made visual changes and like manual changes myself in between. It never, not once, got it to be a working app. It kept changing things to only look pretty. It kept doing that over and over again, even when explicitly told otherwise how something should function, what the function would look like, and how it should look visually within UI, what the UI should do once the function is called, all kinds of things. But it doesn't matter because there's some vibe coding apps that literally are vibe coding. They're vibe coding, and that's all they can do. Those deeper intelligences that they have are not there, at least not on the free plan. And I'm only gauging this with the free plan, so that's all I'm going to give Replit. It's a D tier. Honestly, it's not like it creates nothing. It's not like it's bad for society or nothing, but it's honestly pretty ass. I gotta be honest with you. All right, let's get on to the next one. Let's get on. Let's get on. Lovable. To me, lovable is like it's like base 44, but like if it started taking creatine, going to the gym, working out, it started getting more attention from the women. It got a new job, making 500K a year, starting to level up. Like it's amazing. I actually love Lovable. I don't use it that much, honestly. I only used it recently, and I don't use it to launch anything. I use it to make mostly like test rough drafts of ideas and whatnot. And something I noticed is that it actually will integrate packages correctly. It will integrate repos correctly, and it doesn't try to fake it. It doesn't attempt to fake it. um, when I got my npm package for one of my ais I had made connected, it worked. It actually worked. It connected to the actual model, and it actually was producing the outputs I wanted, versus when I was like doing it on replit or something, um, or even the one I might talk about after this. Just like it never would. And even when I tried to do it myself manually, and then maybe try to make some UI changes so it'll show visually with Replit, telling it to make the UI changes, it would always revert back the live change because it wanted to be a demo or something. But Lovable never did that to me. It gave me a real live change that I could test in the meantime. And I do that in between like usages or something, so I can still see what's going on, still test things, and see what I can plan and prepare for the next time I start to make actual live changes. So I do love Lovable. I think it's a really good one. I think that if you're going to choose a vibe coding app that is browser based, I think that that's the way to go, honestly. I'm going to have to give it an A tier. I really will. It does a very good job, and you can connect it through a lot of different LLMs already as well. So even your chatbot or whatever you use could honestly help you build it as well. So it just depends on how you want to go about that kind of stuff. All right, last one, last one, and I'm sure based on my talking, you might know base 44. Notice how no one's getting an S tier right now, okay? Because no one's perfect. But base 44. You know what? Actually, if I'm being honest, I want to give Claude an S tier. All right, just keep that in mind right now. I want to give Claude an S tier. I want to, because nothing's close. Nothing's close. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it where it's at on the board, but just know in my head I want to give it an S tier. The price is the only thing that stops it. Let's talk about Base 44. Base 44 is actually the worst vibe coding app you can ever use in your entire life. I don't care if you have the free plan. I don't care if you have the highest plan possible, because I've had both. I've had both, and I've used it for a long time. I hate it. I haven't seen a program waste more compute and tokens on dumb, meaningless problems than Base 44. I haven't. I haven't seen a program mess up on smaller tasks more often than Base 44. I haven't seen an AI program lie about what it can and cannot do so many times more than Base 44. My honest opinion about Base 44 is this: if you are new to AI or prompting or whatever, like completely ignorant, retarded, use base 44. Okay, that one's for you. Use it. Okay, so that's it. That's the tier list. That's my freaking opinions on AIs. Which ones are the best? Which ones are the worst? Again, if I could go back and do the tier list again, this is a first shot thing, so I wasn't trying to have any biased opinions until I talked about it as it came up. But if I could go back again, maybe give Claude the S tier, and maybe ChatGPT a B tier. But for now, I do think that how it is, where it is how it is, and how it is. It's like, you know what, we'll do some movements, and we'll actually show the final. We'll show the final. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Claude's a S tier, Lovable's a A tier, ChatGPT's a B tier, Copilot's a C tier, Gemini, Replit, and Base 44 are all D tiers because they are dick, and Grok is an F tier. Elon, if you ever see this video, I hate your AI. I think it's useless. And Asmongold, Gold, if you ever see this video, stop using Grok. Why? What are you doing? God, bro. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.